finding new ways to eat healthful can be a challenge. If you're a gardener, you have a very definite leg up. And what we're going to look at today are a couple of things that you could have grown in your garden, or you could get through a farmer's market. I'm going to make a spicy rice and black bean salad, but you'll notice that one of the concentrated ingredients in here is actually peppers, red, green, and jalapeno, which is part of what gives it some of the spice. What I've started with is 2 cups of, well, it's actually 1 cup of rice that I've cooked with 2 cups of fat-free chicken broth. Just cook those the way the box or the bag normally tells you to do. Don't add any salt to it because you'll get some salty things from some of the other ingredients later on, and don't overcook it. It's also good if you get a longer grain rice because you don't want it sticking together too much. Now to that we're going to add about 1 cup of cooked black beans. You could use other colors of beans too, but we're going to use the black ones today. Now beans are one of those amazing foods as far as nutrition is concerned, and we're finding more and more about them all the time. One of the things we know is that they're high in protein, and they fall under the vegetable category and the protein category when you look at the food guide pyramid. Also recently they've decided that the pigments in the outside skin of the darker colored beans is the same antioxidant, a flavonoid pigment, that we find in the skin on red grapes, which is associated with reduced risk of heart disease. Now because it's an antioxidant, it helps combat the damage done by free radicals to the cells and helps reduce your risk of cancer, reduces the effects of aging, and reduces your risk of heart disease. Now another association with beans and heart disease is the fiber content, and because this is a soluble fiber, it will help remove the cholesterol from the blood as it is processed through the body, and you have less in the body as a result of the higher bean content in the diet. Now another real interesting one is the folate content. A serving of beans will give you about 1/4 of the amount of folate that you need in a day, and we've known for a fairly long time that helps reduce risk of spinal birth defects, so we've encouraged women to at least eat 400 micrograms a day. But also we're seeing that it reduces risk of heart disease, and what they think the association is there is that the amino acid, which is homocysteine, is broken down by the folate as it's processed, and since there's less of that in the blood, that reduces the risk of heart disease also. So beans are a powerhouse of nutrition. They give us a lot of benefits as well as other vitamins and minerals that I haven't mentioned. Now to this we're going to also combine or add a dressing. What I have is about 3 or 4 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, an equal amount of extra virgin olive oil, let me follow through here, a teaspoon of thyme, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, which would be my preferred choice. You could use other types, or stone ground mustards or other flavor mustards, a little bit better than the traditional regular old yellow kind. We've got 3 cloves of garlic that are minced up fairly well. Now the mustard is also going to help act as an emulsifier to help hold the 2 things, the liquid and vinegar and the oil together that normally would not want to do that. And I've also got a teaspoon of chili powder, or 1/2 teaspoon. Just whip those together well till you get them well blended. Form a temporary emulsion here. And pour that over the beans and blend those together just a little bit. Now one of the nice things about this salad is it's something that can be done when you're preparing other things. You can make the rice when you're making rice for something else and just store it in the refrigerator for a day or 2 until you're ready to use it. You can do the same with the beans. If you're cooking them from scratch, you can prepare a few extras so that you can use them in here. What I'm adding now is 1 green pepper chopped up, 1 red pepper chopped up, and 2 jalapeno peppers that have been both seeded and chopped. Now I also removed the membranes on the inside of the peppers. The membrane that holds the seeds to the skin, or the actual body or the meat of the fruit, is where you get most of the heat. So if you don't like a lot of heat, you need to remove those. If you like it spicier, you can leave both the seeds and the membranes in place. Now you're going to stir this together until it's well blended, and then put that in the refrigerator. Cover it well, or put it in a container that's sealed pretty tightly, and let it sit for at least an hour for the flavors to blend together. Now once that's done, we have one that's been sitting for a while. We're going to bring it back out, and I've got 4 green peppers that have just been thinly sliced, and about 1/4 of a cup of fresh cilantro that's been chopped up. And stir this in, and you can let it sit for a little while again to blend flavors, but it's pretty much ready to go at this point. The cilantro has a nice fresh taste and seems to not need to blend together the way some of the other ingredients do. Once you get that all blended together, then it's ready to serve. It makes a nice side dish salad, or if you're vegetarian, this can actually be an entree because of the combination of the beans and rice. So that for those of you that choose a lighter meal in hotter weather, or know somebody who's coming and you want to have something ready for one of your guests who's vegetarian, this would be a nice salad to have on a buffet. For Oklahoma Gardening, this is Barbara Brown.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.